Good afternoon and welcome to the 2022 CIAA Postgame Press Conference. My name is Shaylin Moore, your moderator for today. Joining us is head coach Janice Washington with Lincoln University. Along with her, we have players Brianna Brown, the CIAA Player of the Year, and Jade Young. Before we open the floor for questions, we'll have an opening statement from head coach Washington.
Good evening. I'm just really excited for this group. They have worked so hard over the course of this season to get here, and so it's very exciting to play in this environment and to have it feel like it's a home game here right down the way in Baltimore. And so I really am proud of the resilience that they showed today. You know, we came out pretty solid, I think, in the first half. We had some lulls, but then I think when Winston tied the score at the end of the third, I think, it was really a wake-up call for them, and they really were able to get going. And so, again, I think resiliency is one of the themes of this season for this group. And so, again, the fans here at the tournament got to see a small piece of that tonight.
Coach, you talked about the hard work of your team. However, this is your first year at the helm of Lincoln, #1 seed in the North, #1 offense, #2 defense. What has this year been for you, just coming into this role and really being able to step into it with an amazing team?
Yeah, I've been blessed and fortunate to be able to take the reins of this team. I think they're a phenomenal group of young ladies. They are exactly what I would recruit if it was my own team in terms of the style of play. And so I really think the style of play that I would like my teams to play meshes well with the type of student athletes we have on our women's basketball team here at Lincoln University. Additionally, I just, it's been a long year. I think a lot of the things that we talk about internally are just about, people on the outside. You see the record, you see the statistics, but understanding what these young people have gone through in the last 8 months, it's a wonder that they're able to come out on a regular basis and day in, day out and perform and do all of the things that I'm asking of them.
Brianna, two-part question, 20-point performance. You've led the league in scoring, but Coach talked about resiliency, and I know that the end of this season has been tough and it's been personal for you guys. So can you just speak about your performance and just also your resiliency, your mental toughness, over the last 3 weeks?
Resiliency, definitely getting myself going late in the game. I've struggled scoring-wise, but I've been asked what else can I do besides score. Definitely could step up on my defense and having my teammates pick me up. So that's what it is about resiliency. Definitely pushing through. No matter how many people we have, you got to come out with 5 people to play against our 5. So just got to bring your best game.
Jade, double, 15 points, 11 rebounds. Can you talk about your performance today? You did some of everything for the team.
I would say I would feedback on resiliency. Like with the team all in general, resiliency produces, the strongest players in my opinion. Double, I'm proud of it. We talk about getting on the glass, extra plays, making, doing things on a statistical level in different categories. So me and be able to, produce on a couple categories, to help the team out with the win today. I'm just glad to be a part of the team and, do what I got to do to help us get this win and get through this tournament.
You all have been wearing your #1 shirts in recognition of Lincoln player Deasha Young. Can you tell us about what your courage has been, and is this run personal for you all?
Oh, yes, it's definitely personal. Deasha Young was a player who was here 2 years ago.
Okay.
And she was here when we lost to Winston. So in order for us to just push through, we definitely played through her. She lives within us, so we were just happy to get this dub today as it's payback. It was payback and it was needed. And we appreciate her being with us throughout every game. Every time we wear her, we making her proud.
Questions on the floor from the media?
Stephen Gaker, Game Day. You guys smacked them around pretty good at home, but obviously today, it's a different atmosphere. I'm just talking about as a coach, getting, was it, I guess, because of the previous history, was it easier to get them to understand that this was going to kind of be a dogfight and just to push through?
Honestly, we drive home there every night in the CIAA as a dogfight. At any given point, if you don't show up to play, you can be beat by anybody. And so that's one of the things that we drive home. And again, like that game was in December. Our team and the makeup of our team looked entirely different. The things that Winston was doing was entirely different. You know, they're playing a lot more of their bigs at this point in the season. I mean, at this point for us, I mean, our team looks entirely different than when we showed up on Sunday. So, I mean, we just have to go out and play, because at the end of the day, nobody's going to feel sorry for you if you have players missing, if nobody, you know, if they don't come, they don't dress for whatever reason that you're missing them. Nobody's going to feel sorry for you. And because of the success we had in the regular season, I think it's an extra incentive that people want to come out and beat us, which, again, it's a conference tournament though now. Like, you have to put it all out there. We didn't expect by any measure that we would come out here and just roll over Winston. Like, I think this group, we saw them play last night, but at the same time, these young people, they understand how important it is to show up on a day in and day out basis and just understand like what's most important for that possession, what's most important for this quarter, and things of that nature.
At one point, Brianna, I think Coach Real looked at you and said, Kobe said, shooters shoot, and they gonna keep shooting. Did you embody that? And then also, the second part to that is, did your 2 assists really get you going? Because until then, you were really, really struggling to get a bucket.
Definitely. I utilized what Coach Sherrill said in the sense of my teammates needed me to get going. I needed myself to get going in order to help my team pull through this W. I had low confidence in the beginning. Definitely, once I seen those 2 assists, you know, get my teammates going, I got going, and I knew I had to keep shooting in order to, you know, get producing on the offensive end. So once I seen that first one go in, and my teammates, you know, was picking me up and everything like that, I just knew that's what she meant by keep shooting, because after that, the basket is just going to keep getting bigger.
Ladies, it was a tie game going into the fourth quarter. What were the conversations at halftime that, you know, stuck with you and helped you close out this game?
At halftime, we talked about rebounding, and we talked about defense. From an offensive standpoint, if we are able to force some turnovers and get out live ball turnovers in transition, we can get some easy looks in transition. But primarily, we talked about defense, and specifically with regards to O'Shea Hadley and Brooks Spalding, who both were going off pretty much in the first half. And so we talked about just doing a better job of communicating in our defensive changes and being more aggressive in our press defenses as well as our traps.
Are there any further questions on the floor? This will conclude our post-game press conference.